Hello, my name is Kate Koko. I'm a mother of 4 beautiful children and 1 grandson, whom have all grown into productive citizens of the United States, well educated and fit right into what describes a patriot. I had a very good upbringing in a Christian home with hardworking parents who raised up their children with good mannerism and all concepts that comes along with them. So I came to United States in November 1986 with an aunt that recently passed away. May her beautiful soul rest in perfect peace. Upon arrival in Houston, Texas, I secured a job with Hyatt Regency in downtown Houston. I saved up some money and started attending college. Luckily, while in college, I met my husband and got into romance and started having my babies, whom have all grown, as I mentioned earlier. So I graduated in 1998 in the field of health science. I gained my bachelor's degree in healthcare administration. I did my internship with the city of Houston, and after graduation, I went back to the health department for a job, and the administrator advised I go back to school for a master's program in the same field. At that point, I advised myself to instead go to nursing school. Now, this is where the legal problem started. I talked to a few people who said while you're in nursing school, you can also find a job as a community health worker. This position entails liaison between the Medicare Recipients and home health agencies. This is when I started traveling to all parts of Houston and surrounding areas. As I went on being a community health worker, the pay was good, I'm not going to lie. But on the other hand, I thought I was doing a job. Home health agencies are certified by both the state where the business will be conducted and Medicare, which is federal. I am presently in federal prison in Allisville, Alabama, doing almost 16 years in prison for Medicare fraud and money laundering. So they said. They inflated the funds so the money laundering charge could stick. I pled guilty because they threatened to sentence me to 30 years to life if I dare take the case to trial. I was scared, I was devastated. Like, what was I going to do? I thought about my children and everybody else that I love. As I mentioned earlier, I thought I was doing a job. Medicare wants you as a community health worker to conduct a health fair, explaining to the recipients what you're doing and let them decide for themselves if they want the service or not. All these were done prior to June 25th, 2018, when they came and arrested me. They said I was doing fraud and proved to the judge why I did not dot all my I's and crossed all my T's. So the judge pronounced a sentence of 188 months, which amounts to almost 16 years in prison. One will wonder how many lives I took. I do not have any history of violence whatsoever. I have filed numerous motions in courts to see if I could get some relief, but to no avail. The motions are all denied. Please note that I have been very productive for the past 7 years. I have been a mentor to many women here in prison, both young and old. The prison system is real. People on the outside do not understand or even begin to imagine what goes on here. Why you are, yes, okay. One will wonder how many people that I took their lives. I do not have any history of violence whatsoever. I have filed numerous motions in court to see if I could get some relief, but to no avail. The motions are all denied. Please note that I have been very productive for the past 7 years. I have been a mentor to many women here in prison, both young and old. The prison system is real. People on the outside do not understand or even begin to imagine what goes on here. While you are incarcerated, your family and loved ones are also here with you. I have maintained a good etiquette, which prison officials and rules demand from you. Many lives are being wasted as a result of imprisonment, so I decided I'm going to tell my story to the outside world. Instead of locking up so many nonviolent people, wasting taxpayers' money and eradicating hope, I suggest lawmakers should implement policies that encourage prisoners who do not have violent crimes to work towards educating themselves, or better still, come up with the least restrictive setting instead of prison. The prosecutors levied these huge amounts of money that I have never dreamt of. Now, who is the criminal? Where is the rule of law and the Constitution? This frivolous act does not scream justice, rather injustice to the core. I'm telling my story and also being a voice to the voiceless for many women here who have become hopeless and have fallen into depression in the midst of imprisonment. The prison system is designed to traumatize you, not punishment. I've been incarcerated for 7 years now and go through this every time there's interaction with the outside world. Right now, as I tell my story, I'm sitting both in district and appellate court fighting for my life. I know God will turn things around, this injustice into fulfillment, and I say amen to that. They want you to believe that over 160,000 inmates in federal prison are all guilty and have conspiracy charges. That's BS. I humbly ask for your contribution to overcome some of these hurdles that I and these vulnerable women face. My daily commitment and actions have allowed other women to evaluate whether they should continue giving me their trust and support, which I feel I deserve. Please help us overcome this mountain ahead of us. Congress needs to come up with a system that serves society better than locking up women in cages for decades, especially non-violent offenders. Prison is supposed to be safe, supposed to be a safe and humane environment, but not what we see. Drugs are still pouring in, people smoking and falling out, no good management whatsoever. How is that rehabilitation? Thank you so much for your time, and please, if you have any question, you are welcome, and I'll surely provide the answers. Again, thank you for listening to me as I echo every woman's voice in prison. Thank you so much.